Hello, my name is Danyele Bahn.
Hello, my name is Kalah Pointer. The book we are presenting is called Eating by Faith, A Walk with God, My Eating Disorder from the Inside Out, Taste and See.
By Elizabeth Keyser.
The book is about a woman who deals with an eating disorder, and she has anorexic. She has thoughts of fear, shame, and self-denial that traps her in her eating disorder. There are times in her faith where she cannot really overcome her eating disorder because of the struggle she faced each day. Elizabeth is trying to rely on God.
Some of the resources for the clients in this book would be who have a spiritual background and are struggling with overcoming an eating disorder would be how she goes through dealing with control. She talks a little bit how the eating disorder formed and how it formed due to having the standards of what the world says and what they deem is acceptable to look like. And kind of she talks about the dysfunctional family life that she had. And she also touches on the relapse and recovery that she goes through. So I feel like it would be a good resource for clients to relate to in all those areas. And she also provides at the end of the book a couple essays and additional thoughts at the end of the book that might be helpful for clients as well as a resource.
This book can be helpful for friends and family and those with eating disorders. People with eating disorders goes through a roller coaster of emotions of fear, shame, and grief, and their ups and downs, and allows them to go back into relapse of their eating disorder. They have signs of eating disorder and the outward physical application that friends and family could be aware of.
Some helpful tools for the clients. We think that this book would be helpful for the clients to show the importance of maintaining a balance in social life and everyday functions. It could be easy to get trapped in just staying at home and secluding yourself in the eating disorder. So that allows like depression to set in as well. It shows the struggle that Elizabeth was having with the eating disorder and how hard it was to not let the disorder take over her own desires of helping each other or helping others. It would be helpful to kind of look at what identity problems need to be addressed and trying to look deeper on what's causing those identity problems. This book was also helpful in the recovery process. It kind of took you through what it's like to have an eating disorder and kind of live it yourself, especially if you're looking at it as like a family or a friend on someone like the client who is experiencing the eating disorder. Also, it would be good for those for the clients to take in and how it would help them with their faith and how to apply their faith to the eating disorder and understanding how that helps them overcome the eating disorder. The redemptive message that we got from the book is basically what we took away was how a person with eating disorder can lean on God for strength in overcoming the eating disorder. Although the enemy will try to lie and keep you in the place of despair, Elizabeth leans on the truths of God and trusts in him and just daily tries to remember the promises that God provides her with of being fearfully and wonderfully made, and just knowing that God's going to get her through this as long as she gives this to him.
That no matter what we go through, we have to make a choice to choose God or to choose the given to the enemy. It's spiritual, physical, emotional, and hunger battle.
The critique that we have on the book, I personally really enjoyed the scriptures at the beginning of the chapter. It kind of gives you an idea of where the author was going and what she was going to talk about throughout the chapter. Um, yeah, so I really enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed the raw vulnerability that Elizabeth had on just from the start of the book to the end of the book on her walk with God, the faith that she had um, to go into and lean on with God, and also just where she goes from the beginning to having um, the eating disorder and not having any way to control it or feel like she has control too. Throughout the book, she just shows that the strength and the power and the willpower that she has, and also the believing power that she knows God has to get her through.
The book could have had a reflection or application section at the end of the chapter that will help clients throughout the day or throughout the week to reflect on the book and really apply it to their lives.
Yeah, and it really shows the readers at the end of the book how God can use someone with an eating disorder to shine His light through them and just help others through the same process that maybe they went through.
Elizabeth says, "Today I may choose to let the eating disorder in the door. Tomorrow I can hear it knocking, but choose to not answer the door."
Kind of our final thoughts with that quote being said from the book is that eating disorders are not just going to disappear in one day. It's a consistent choice, minute by minute decision, and a day by day fight to not let the enemy destroy your thoughts or control your thoughts. Just being aware that it's going to take time and effort and strength to keep going and relying on God. That it's a process, that it's not gonna happen in one day, and that we just have to trust the process and that we're gonna get through it. So that's kind of what we thought about the book. It is a great resource to use with clients, and it's also a good resource to read for yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation and take a look at the book.
Thank you.